You're tapped into the love offering right here, your inspiration station, Worship 94.5 FM. I've been telling you guys that I was going to link up with my girl, Avery Sunshine, to discuss this album. So glad to know you. I feel like we have so much to get into tonight, so we're just going to jump right into it. Avery, how are you?
My love, I am so wonderful. I can't complain. I am able to do what I love to do with my best friend in the whole wide world. Look, my kids they're getting grown and moving out, and I can't complain.
The key statement here is that the kids are moving out.
You heard the glory of the Lord is. I'm trying to tell you. So we're grateful. We gotta love it.
Let me just let you know my method of listening to like new releases, right? Because they drop so late on Thursday nights for us. So if I've had a long day and then I try to listen to a new album, I'm automatically not gonna like it. So I like to try to listen to it with fresh ears and a fresh mind, like actually on Friday. So when you dropped your project, So Glad to Know You, I was actually on my way to Atlanta. So I had nothing but time and I checked it out, and it was such an experience for me. So I do want to know if you approached this album differently than you did your other projects.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, thank you for listening. And this is the first album that I brought in another producer to do the entire thing. And that young man's name is Jameson Ross. He's absolutely wonderful. And, to make a super long story hecka short, our paths, we were destined to work together. We had the same agent, and my kids are musicians and clearly music lovers, and they were like, there's somebody that you need to work with, Mom. And they were playing his music a couple of years before we even met. And they were like, no, this is somebody you need to work with, you need to tour with. Turns out we ended up doing it. He invited me to sing on his album, and the rest was history. So I trusted him enough and respected his work enough to say, look, let's go ahead and you produce my next record. I ain't never done that. I always produce my records with my husband. And we both loved and respect Jameson so much. We were like, okay, look, here are the songs. Let's breathe some life into these songs and let's do it. That in and of itself allowed me to be in the artist space. I was able to just create, just sing, just write the music. I didn't have to think about mixing and mastering. Of course, I listened to it and I gave the thumbs up, but I didn't have to get into the weeds of all that stuff. I was able to focus in a way that I never really was able to before. And not that it was a good or bad thing, but different. And I love this process. So that's what everybody's hearing, this new approach. I really am so happy about this project. And then the other thing that we were able to do like this, it was a collaborative effort even in the writing. So my husband and I had a lot of most of the songs in voice notes. So, like, as you know, we moving around. Listen, I'm at the grocery store and I get an idea. I just sing something in the voice notes, So I had stuff in my phone from years ago. And part of the process, we sat down with Jameson and said, okay, let's listen to everything in these voice notes. Let's see what has some legs. And we pulled stuff out of there and came together, brought my daughter in to write with us. It's just an amazing, amazing experience. So I'm sure you can tell I am super happy and excited. And I have to say this, I'm not surprised that I'm so happy about it, but I am surprised that when you're doing something new, sometimes you're like, I don't know if this is going to work. Just in a human part of us. When you've done something for so long and you try something else, there's a little bit of doubt. Like, I don't know if y'all, and I am so proud that I was proven wrong. And also shown, try new things. Even if it doesn't work, at least you tried something else. But I am so inspired by doing something new. Super. I'm really, really, really happy about that and grateful that we stepped out in this way.
Well, it seems to have worked out to your advantage. Now, do you find it harder to be more vulnerable as you release more projects, or has it become easier for you as time has gone by?
That's interesting. My age keeps me from editing myself as much, because it's something about the older you get, the less you are concerned about what everybody thinks. But the artist in me can be tentative and can be nervous and sensitive. You know what I mean? So there's this bit of a struggle between what my age is telling me to do and sometimes what my creativity is, or my sensitivity about my creativity, or with that dictate. So I go back and forth with that. I'll create something and I'm like, oh my God, I hope people like it. But then my age will be like, it doesn't matter if you like it.
Right.
If it speaks to your heart, the way the universe is set up, it will speak to someone's heart, even if it's one person. You know, again, like I said, there's a bit of a back and forth with that. And sometimes my age wins. Sometimes, you know, the sensitivity and the creativity, you know, that wins. But I'm leaning more to the age part, you know. You get it. The older you get, sometimes it's like, you know what? I don't know.
Might want to catch me.
Listen.
So for my lovers who are unaware, you will be in the city on November 10th at Mars Music Hall for a live show. And I do know that touring is a situation that brings such satisfaction to many artists. But what do you enjoy most about performing these songs that the fans know and love so well?
Oh my God. I love being able to create in the moment. So I'll do the song, and then depending on which song it is, playing with the crowd and allowing the crowd to let me know how they feel about the song by, you know, call and response. As an artist, as a performer, to go out and do your music, it's a blessing. But when the folks sing it back to you or vibe with you on it, you see them hollering out, tell me about it, or tell me, girl, I know what you're talking. That right there, that is indescribable. It is, I dare to say that it is miraculous. And those are the moments that I am reminded that I'm doing the right thing, and that what I'm doing, that it does matter. That it does matter, and that it is much bigger than, again, me having an opinion about what I think it is. But when it feels like, when I can tell that it's affected somebody and made somebody feel better. Because the truth is, I feel like that's what my job is. My job is not to bring you down. To make you see the sunshine and remind you that if you need to open your eyes wider or whatever that thing is, I want to make you feel something and feel better. Feel some joy, you know? So listen, whatever I got to do, if I got to run around the stage, jump off the stage, now my hips ain't going to let me, they ain't going to let me do, you know, a whole lot of spinning and turning, but, you know, but I'm going to try it.
I love it.
Man, this is going to be a good night. Avery Sunshine, ladies and gentlemen, on the line with me hanging out. It's time to officially take over the show. She's taking over the love offering tonight. So stick around. We're going to check out more music from my girl and get some insight behind some of these songs, all right? So keep it locked right here, your inspiration station, Worship 94.5 FM. You're tapped into the love offering, your inspiration station, Worship 94.5 FM. The latest one from my girl, Avery Sunshine, All I Need, the Gemini song. Got her on the line right now. We're hanging out, just celebrating the release of her album, So Glad to Know You. If you haven't checked it out yet, be sure to do that. But Avery, I do want to know the motivation behind this record. Tell me a little bit about All I Need.
Oh, man. So Dana and I, and he plays guitar. So a lot of times, he's always got his guitar with him. So he'll be, you know, we might be in a hotel room and I'm putting on makeup and he's sitting by the window playing guitar. And I think that's how this one happened. He was playing guitar and all I heard was, "You're all I need," over and over. That line wouldn't leave me alone. And I think maybe 6 years ago, we had the music for it in just that line. That's all I had. You know, like I said, this is my second marriage, and this is the right one. This is the one I'm supposed to be with. The idea that this Gemini thing is real. I wanted to make sure he knew that. Cause let me say this second marriage, I'm going to say, he said to me that I told him one day, he said, you said after we got married, you told me, now listen, I think he was doing he had folded the towels, and I didn't like how he folded the towels. And I said, listen, he was like, well, listen, he said, so I do the laundry. And I felt some kind of way about that. I'm like, wait a minute. You don't have to do the laundry. I can do it. There's some roles here. I got a nerve. We've got roles. I do the laundry and blah, whatever it was. I tell you, this marriage has shown me some things about myself, because the truth is I don't like doing the laundry. I just thought that, I'm the girl, let me do the laundry. Turns out he does the laundry better than me. But this particular day, I wasn't having it. And I said to him, I know how to do this thing by myself. So listen, I can be by myself. And it hurt him. He was so hurt. And I had to apologize to him and say, look, sometimes this Gemini thing is so strong. I know, listen, I love you, but I be talking to you crazy. I'm so sorry. Look here, you really are all I need. You can fold the towels however you want to fold them, sir. As a matter of fact, if you fold the towels, I'll mow the lawn. Well, no, I'm not going to do that. But the point is, I know that I can vacillate and go back and forth. And 1 minute it's one thing, and the next minute it's something else. The truth is, you are all I need, even in the midst of me going back and forth. You're all I need. So, I mean, it's all of my songs, though. They're not somebody else's story. They are these are my stories. So it's real stuff. It's real stuff.
That is most definitely a vibe right there. Listen, we have so much more coming up with my girl, Avery Sunshine. Keep it locked right here to the Love Offering, the inspiration station, Worship 94.5 FM. My girl Avery Sunshine with I Wonder right here, your inspiration station, Worship 94.5 FM, hanging out with me for the Takeover tonight for the Love Offering. And this is actually one of my favorite songs, Avery. I do want to know, what was your main objective when you put this one together? Was it like the mood, the story, the vocals, the lyrical delivery? Like, what was the objective here?
Ironically, the mood was set. This is another one of those songs that, or one of the songs that I did not, I think I wrote the bridge on it, but Dana, he sent the track to me, and it was done. And I was like, what is this? It makes me feel something. And that's all I knew, right? So I sent it to a collaborator of ours, a young man by the name of Rob Milton, who is awesome. And Rob sent it back to me, and he had the hook. Sometimes I wonder, could it be a spell that I'm under? Could it be this good for life? Now, he knows me and Dana. He knows us. He's like a nephew to us. So he knows our relationship, and he gets it. And that one line prompted me to say, I'm scared about our right now because our yesterday was rough. I'm trying not to bring you down, but these thoughts, they keep coming up. So the same kind of thing, you can have something so good, right? And you fear that it's not going to be good one day. Like, how could it be this good all the time? And life has shown us, and experiences have shown us, or made us believe that if it's too good to be, if it feels like it's too good to be true, then maybe it is too good to be true. And the truth is, that's what this song is about. It's like, I wonder, is it too good to be true? And allowing myself the space to actually say, not being afraid to say that I'm afraid that it might not work out. It's so good. I'm fearful that it might not work out. So for this song, because the mood was kind of set, it was the lyrics. I wanted to empower somebody to be okay with questioning, is it this good? Could it be this good? And it really can. That's what I found. It absolutely can.
I love that. And shout out to Rob, because I actually were Twitter followers, I think Instagram as well, and I've never met him, but I remember the record dropping and his excitement behind it. And I was just like, oh wow, look, ironically, the song that I'm in love with is you had a hand in doing, so that is,
I love it.
That's
and
really dope.
We did it during the pandemic, so it was really one of those moments. We didn't have nothing we had time to think and to really just pour all our whole selves in this song, and I feel like we did that. So yeah, that song's written by me, Dana, and Rob Milton.
I don't think it gets any better. Okay, we're going to be checking out another one of my favorite songs coming up, guys. Please stay tuned right here for the Takeover with my girl Avery Sunshine, your inspiration station, Worship 94.5 FM. One of my favorite songs, Lucky, right here, your inspiration station, Worship 94.5 FM. My girl Avery Sunshine hanging out with me tonight, doing a takeover for the love offering. And Avery, let me just say, I like your subtle flexes. I like when you just pop off in songs, and I do love what you're talking about in Lucky. That one is for your 4 songs and a bootleg release, but I do want to know, have you ever tried to talk yourself out of certain lines or lyrics?
Absolutely. And then I get, my husband, who is he's much more conservative than I am. I'm sure you can tell. And so sometimes I'll say something, you're like, okay, remember, you're representing the sunshine. I was like, I am, but the sunshine, if you get too close, it will burn.
It will burn.
It'll burn. So I do tap into that every so often, but I also find that's a part of what makes me me. So I am learning to lean into that, and I think it's funny that you noticed it.
Oh no, I noticed it. I'm very lyrical. Now I love a good vocal, but the lyrics are always gonna catch me. You sitting here like, look, I am lucky to have you, but listen to me.
Let me make
I'm not the only one lucky in this thing. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, and let me tell you what. So this song really was a response to my mom, because my mom would say to me, and this is my second and clearly and last and most amazing marriage. But I met Dana, and my entire family was like, "Oh my God, he's such an angel. He's so wonderful. Girl, you so lucky to have him. You know how lucky." And I was like, now, I'm grateful that I'm grateful that we all see that. But let me tell y'all something. He's just as lucky as me. He came up when he got with me too. You know what I mean? So there was a bit of me flexing and saying, listen, y'all, I acknowledge that, but I want you to know I'm dope too.
I know that's right.
So I love that you got that.
And I love that you represent for the Gemini. I'm a Gemini. I'm a May Gemini. And every time...
May what? May
29th.
Oh, see, you know what's so special about that?
What's that?
That is my godfather's birthday. So we would always celebrate a week away. So he called me Pretty Little Goyle, Goil. He would, and this is my godfather who once a month when I was in college, every month, the first of the month, I could count on a check for him for the 4 years. Now, I was in school for 5. He only did it for 4 because he was like, now listen, you ain't supposed to. But every month while I was in college, my godfather would send me a check. I could count on it every month. And so it's important when you tell me May 29th, it's a big day for me because we would celebrate. I'd celebrate my birthday on the 22nd on that Monday, and then that following Monday, we'd celebrate his birthday. And so thank you. You make me so happy. I know you may have to cut all of that out the interview, but I need
no,
to
it's okay. Listen, I'm gonna let the people know. I love that.
We're not cutting a thing, okay? It's the Takeover with my girl Avery Sunshine. We got so much more to discuss. Definitely keep it locked right here, your inspiration station, Worship 94.5 FM. Show me, my girl Avery Sunshine, right here, your inspiration station, Worship 94.5 FM. Still in the Takeover, my girl Avery Sunshine hanging out with me. And Avery, let me just say, when it comes to this album, it is real adult, right? And I don't mean X-rated adult, but you have to be a grown person to have these type of experiences that you are singing about. Tell me a little bit about how Show Me came to life.
Yeah, again, what I will say, this album has been such a real partnership album. And again, this is another one of those songs that my husband, he started playing it on guitar. I heard it and put it in the voice notes, and all I heard was, show me how you want me to love you. And instead of me always telling him, this is how I need you to touch me, this is how I need you to hold me, this is how I need you to kiss me, I was like, I got to try something different. So, honey, how is it that you want me to touch you? How do you want me to love you? That was something that I never, ever, ever, ever asked before. It was always, this is what I need you to do for me. And I just was, I dare say, desperate to know, but I was, because there were things that I was missing. And I just was like, well, maybe, let me see, what's his language? So how is it that you like to be touched? And that's how that song was born. And I found that in relationships, or in our relationship, asking him what his picture of what that looks like, it made the world of difference. So now our language has expanded to both of us. It's been for the better. So that's what that song is about. It really is yielding to, not being afraid to say, honey, what is it that you want? Tell me what you want. And I love that you said that it is grown. It is adult.
Oh yeah.
I have to be honest and say I'm finally at a space in my life where I'm even able to hear and accept what he has to say, and even bend a little bit, or listen, or a lot, to give him what he needs while in search of what I need. I know it's really interesting. This aging thing is something else. I'll add this. I am enjoying it. I am enjoying, I don't know if I can get any more grown than I am, but I am enjoying adulthood, and, and recognizing all that I don't. Every day I recognize more that I don't know. And it is exciting if you lean into it. You know what I mean?
Totally feel that. Got so much more on the way right here with my girl Avery Sunshine, your inspiration station, Worship 94.5 FM. You're tapped into the Love Offering, your inspiration station, Worship 94.5 FM. My girl Avery Sunshine locked in with me tonight for the Takeover, and we're playing some of my favorite songs from her new album, So Glad to Know You, and this one. You spit some bars on this one, Avery. Let's talk about fire real quick.
Listen.
It's that Gemini thing again, ain't it?
It is, and we're leaning into. I don't know if there's fire in our sign, but we're gonna lean into that heat that's in our sign, in our sign. And this was the song to any and everybody who, I can't even say that they expect, but we put ourselves in a position to take care of everybody else to our own demise, at our expense. And as a culture, listen, as a woman, I am committed to not taking from myself to make somebody else feel great, diminishing who I am to lift somebody else up. We don't have to do that. And again, the older I get, the more my eyes are open to, I can't give, not only can't give, but I should not give what was designed for me to have. I should give from my overflow. God, I've been saying that because I watched this thing that Yama Van Zant talked about, and she said we all have been given our own cups, and we should give from the overflow. And the way you overflow is you take care of yourself. Take care of yourself first, and what comes out of that is what you're able to give. You can't give what's inside of your cup because it wasn't intended for anybody else. It was intended for you. So when we do that, we end up setting ourselves on fire to keep everybody else warm. And then we end up mad at them. And then what we also do by default is make them thieves. Because then we mad at them for taking, and they didn't really take it. We gave it to them.
We gave it to them.
We gave it to them. So now we mad. We've created all this other stuff that didn't need to be created. Had we only just taken care of ourselves first, And something as simple as, when we come off the road, normally we're exhausted. Family members can call. It's not their fault if we answer and they say they need something and we go give it to them when we're depleted. It's not their fault.
Right.
It's mine if I do it when I really am not in the space to do it. So, again, that song is a reminder. It is a wake-up call. It is all those things to tell you you've got to take care of yourself first. And do not give what has been designed just for you to have for you. Because you can't. And you should not. You know what I mean?
Avery is preaching that good word tonight and got more on the way for sure. You guys stick around to Takeover right here, your inspiration station. Worship 94.5 FM. You're tapped into the love offering right here, your inspiration station. Worship 94.5 FM. It's almost time to get out of here. I got my girl Avery Sunshine. We've been hanging out all night. It's almost time to go, Avery, but I do have one more thing to ask you. So you dropped this project. So glad to know you. And like once it's all said and done, and I don't mean like your career, but I mean like this album cycle. What is one thing that you want your hardcore fans to take away from this project?
Try something. Do it afraid. Just do it. Whatever it is. Even if you have to do it afraid.
I so feel that. And I'm going to take heed to that word as well. Having you on the show tonight has been incredible. And I'm so thankful. So once again, thank you for joining me tonight. But I got to shout out the Geminis once again because we're so nonchalant about things and we're so cut and dry in our delivery sometimes that people tend to think that we're just so mean. In reality, that is not the case. We just don't have time for the drama. And again, in reality, you can't deal without us. You actually need us.
Because the truth is, we're all they need.
We're all they need. There we go.
Listen,
I love it.
This has been one of the best interviews I've ever had. Thank you for caring enough to listen to the music. Thank you for caring enough to have questions that were thoughtful. Thank you for being so gifted enough to share your space and your time with me. And it means a lot to me. And it also, again, lets me know that I'm doing the right thing and that what I'm doing is meaningful and it matters. So thank you, because what you're doing certainly matters. We artists need what you do. So thank you for all that you do. And I can't wait to meet you and hug on you and celebrate our Gemini-ness.
That twin power.
That twin
no
power.
No problem. Well, I will see you when you come to Huntsville. Once again, thank you for your time. And we'll just continue to rock out, vibe out. And if you need anything, let me know. And I'm going to continue to spin these records because when I say they fit the format of my show perfectly. They do.
It.
And I just, so we're good.
Thank you so much. It means so much to me, love, okay?
No problem. You enjoy the rest of your week, and I will see you soon.
You too, baby. Bye-bye.
No doubt, no doubt. And thanks again, Avery, for hanging out with me tonight on the Love Offering. You guys be sure to circle back tomorrow. We're going to have so much more to get into. But as I always say, be sure to love yourself, love one another. And I'll check in with you guys tomorrow for more right here, your inspiration station, Worship 94.5 FM.